حياكم الله للي قاعد يتابع فينيكس رايت اترني ستريم. طبعا ثالث مره راح نسوي ستريم لفينيكس رايت beginning of the trilogy. وطبعا راح يكون هذه المره كيس 3 فريش كيس، حتى اللي who didn't watch the stream قبل can catch up on this لان الكيس is going to be a brand new one. وان شاء الله enjoy و let's hope it's يعني ما صعب كما اللي قبله. اخر مره كان شويه فرائي. المهم الحين ابسود 3 turn about samurai day 1. and ايوه Half-Life 3 has been confirmed as an exclusive to Epic. معلوماتكم another N2DER on Instagram you can find him. ضربوا معاه. The moon? No, it's you. You should gaze upon for it will be the last moon you ever see. مو ذي الموسيقى. اوكي. هذا يشبه واجد شباب. See you in hell evil what? What the hell? شو البداية؟ The warrior's sword gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. October 14, 5:31 p.m. Right and Co. Law offices. طبعا الحين we have our own office من she died. That rocked. See you in hell, evil magistrate. Whoa! Stop whipping that broom around. Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching? هذا كنا Game of Thrones بس ما لهم. What? Nick? You mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? واجد sexy. شوف شعره. Man bun before it was cool. He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Fighting me who wouldn't get you Half-Life 3 on Epic. Neither please, huh? You too much shit, huh? Confirmed Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright MMORPG Battle Royale. Young, like how young? 10 years old? Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17, see? I'm a teen, not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. Wait, is this... That's Azuz with a man bun. إذا Azuz went full weep كده شكله يصير. Then watch it with me. He's really cool and it's really popular. When they ask grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was number 1. I really worry about kids these days, Gramps. Well, the Steel Samurai is over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time. But no one paid any attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. How am I going to pay rent this month? في أكثر عن طريقة. Neither would know. It will be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. October 16, 8:14 a.m. Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Okay. Bring. Beep. Hello, this is Phoenix. Nick? Maya? What? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai got arrested. I hope you enjoyed your spiritual ride. Then... Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes! They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed the villain. Killed the villain? Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah, on TV. No, I mean, he actually did it in real life. With a samurai spear. He's skewered. He didn't screw the villain. He skewered the villain. So he screwed the villain with a spear. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office quick. Please, Nick. Beep. October 16, 9:22 a.m. Right in Co. offices. Maya's here, watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai of Neo Oldie Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer. Jack Hammer sounds like a porn star, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through his body. Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No. It's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. Bring. I telephone هالوردي. Yes, right and call law offices. What? Nick, it's the Steel Samurai. What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. I guess he took acting a bit too seriously. That looks like Bran in episode 1. يعطي النظرة حق كل حد. It's like, I'll rape you with my wheels. Let's go, Nick. Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So, I've decided this will be our first case. What to do? Well, what should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. Does she want to investigate the case or just do some sightseeing? I wonder. My money's on sightseeing. Any ideas? We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Just admit it. You don't have a clue what happened. No, you just don't have enough information. Hello, it's me. I'm looking for... I can see it in your coke. Okay, I have nothing, so let's go to the detention center. Hinata is back? Who's Hinata? Bakar, we just started, so the main actor of a very famous show killed his villain in the show, but he also killed him in real life with a spear. So we just got the case, I think, and we're gonna investigate with the actor himself that did the murder, accused of murder. Oh, hey Gaffer, مو قاعد تسوي? What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him. Good lord, هذا جيفر لو يضرب دجاج 40 مرة في اليوم يجيلك كيف شعر باقي لبس جيفر وصل ليفل ان شعر صدره is connected to his neck, connected to his beard. It's fucking messed up, man. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did it. Murder, at least once, maybe twice. Whoa, what are you saying? Yes? Something wrong? No. This is getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you? D-E-C-E-I-T. Disappointed? Oh, no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know? I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Damn. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Sniff. Yeah. Nick, what? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. زين انت ايش فيك؟ اوكي. You did wreck an event. I stole an event. Not wreck this. So what happened? Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The case had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. The cast. We went through a few action sequences at 10 that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. هذا كأنه باكس مال من هذا. They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. he had been expertly skewered مشكاك with this samurai spear. Samurai spear, yes, it's a long spear that the steel samurai uses as a weapon. Maybe you could explain to me just what the steel samurai is, Nick? How could you see such a thing? Alright. Should be better, Rahin. I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. Sikairo? He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this? No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of the new, oldie Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. هذا كان قصة هيمان بس مع الويبس. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. Sniff. What? I see. New old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studio at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action, hero. What will the kids think? Sniff. I think I should probably check out the scenes of the murder. Right. Global Studios. I'll draw you a map. What? مو قصة يقفل. Wow, Nick, let's go. I'm willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs. Read before choosing, you fag. Thanks. I guess. خفي علينا الركونة. Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome. Aren't you excited? Wow, book. Hey, you there? اسمها old bag. You want in? You gotta go through me. Uh-oh, sorry. We're lawyers. Oh yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure the gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Wait. Wait. Why is it going so fast? I was young and what the hell? هذا واحدة قاعد تمشي. Nick? She just talked so much. يخرب بيت هذه. Will I go up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know. It's possible. Hey! Listen. When you're being spoken to, listen when you're being spoken to. Youths today. Okay. The main entrance to the studio. There was a big scene here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. An overhead map of the studio. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. The computer that runs the studio security camera. You probably pressed. No, I didn't press. It's just, I think because لأنها عجوز تتكلم واجد, just went through it. حركة يعني. After the blue. ما تفهم. Game developer على الفاضي أنت. Hey, no touching. Holy shit, look at her. مالها سندل من مورتال كومبات. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. Looks كده مال دوبي مال laundry. Can I present her this? What's that? You giving that to me? Absolutely not. Okay, I guess not. Alright, the studios. So what do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days, yeah. No, you weren't you were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know? But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then too. He was. Hammer? The victim, dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now? Not exactly the best material to work with. Neither do you really want her to be that kind of star? Will Powers. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. يعني عبارة انه قبيح واجد. أنا ما أعرف. جيفر طلعت قبيح مبروك. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer. We don't know for certain that Will Powers is good. Whose GF is this old lady? ما أدري عطني hints لا جيفر. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? Jack Hammer sounds like a serious porn star name, man. Lex the Impaler. What kind of person? Oh, if you knew him only. Jack Hammer will live on many hearts as the ultimate action hero. Fuckboy. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Should I have heard of that? But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that, reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. فهي شكلها, we can see that she has a thing for Mr. Hammer, and she kind of disses Will Powers. Why are you so certain that Mr. Powers is the killer? Dynasty Warriors, 200. Zhang Liao, Zhang Jiao. I was standing right here yesterday, I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers. Yes, I saw him. But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one who walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time you'd be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request, and maybe I'll just let you in. The lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously. هذا كنا security مال جامعات. So she's not gonna let me. لازم أجيب رسالة من أبو الشباب. Hey, hello, how was the studio? They all think I did it, didn't they? No, not at all. It's that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Alright. About the security guard at the main gate in the studio. Oh, the security lady. She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking. PentaChill, please. Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the big wigs in the studio. But let her see you stumble once and she'll never let it upon you. She's got some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my presentation? Of course, Power's request added to the court records. I just hope this will get me past the security lady. Bad, he had something. Your alibi was sleeping, la? Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. Earlier you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business and I need every advantage I can get. I know, I'm sorry. But I swear to you on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me? What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. يمكن شافت حد لابس الكوستيوم ماله. Most probably, maybe. Let's present her with this. Ma'am, have a look at the letter. It's a request from Mr. Powers. Yes. I recognize the bold childish scrawl. Powers' request given to the security lady. To think he would entrust his fate to youth of such unreliable appearance. Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass. But you only left from here towards the studios. Not going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal. Were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Nick? Huh? There are maps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad. Those are 50 cents a piece, thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents. Okay, let's see this. So, the main gate. To the left is the employee area. بعدين اوكي ففي جيت قبل الاستوديو 2 استوديو 1. Alright, October 16. Studio 1 entrance. Hey, Gumshoe, Dick. Aren't you that murderer from the other day? Is that confused detective? Hey pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset and it's all your fault? I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out of the window. So? Hey, if he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. First you steal from events, now you steal maps from old ladies. Hey, I paid 50 cents. Okay, I paid 50 cents, alright? So please, stop your shenanigans. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? Well, we're on this case too, pal. Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that to everyone. That's my endearing character trait. I'd say he's a character, alright. Let's examine first. أول شيء, there's a camera. Hey, there's a camera here. That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where. There's a number plate on the camera, ST1307. That must be the camera ID number. I'm a little pushed, maybe I'll take a short rest here. Hey, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on the case? Well, yeah, but hey, us detectives get tired standing around too, pal. Detective Gumshoe, what's down the path to the left? It looks like the tree fell down on the path. Oh, yeah, that way is kind of dangerous. You should stay out, pal. There's nothing down there anyway. That's where Studio 2 used to be. They tell me. They don't use it now, though. هذا راسه طايح, huh? The studio's mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. Is it? But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign to in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it too. Is it? Really? The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go on and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked. Looks like you need a card key to get in. Makes sense that they would want to keep the known employee out. Let's talk to this douchebag. The investigation. So how is your investigation going, detective? Well, it's... hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions. Right. So, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report. The latest version, if you please. We don't want them to screw us. نفس آخر مرة. Right. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Okay. Cause of death? Pierced through the chest by a spear. Time of death? 2:30. 15th of October. Reason for arrest. Why was Mr. Power arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 approximately 1 p.m. At the time, there was no other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal? If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet lady, what a charmer. Wait, what? Okay, so now I understand what type of star she was. وشكله هذا يعقبه gilfs, I guess. Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority. She gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? One second. What kind of evidence? Well, that's a photo. The photo of the steel samurai heading towards the scene of the crime. What? Who took that? See the camera up the gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah, whenever someone walks by, the camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Nick, he has evidence. We're finished. Funny, for someone with hard evidence, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. Oh, ho, 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 ho. We'd like to ask the employee here for some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't found already. أبغام هذا. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to this place. Now it's our chance to check things out. So كيف أروح? How do I go to the... How do I go? Nick, look, the security lady's in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Oh, shit. Oh, hey you. Well, are you satisfied with Powers? Are you satisfied? Powers is guilty yet? She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took the photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him too. If he's not the one what did it, he's not the one who did it, I don't know who is. Maybe it was you. Good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Well, I think Phoenix is correct. She is a suspect. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was? Past tense? Oh yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. Bearded samurai? That too, yes. He shone the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate is a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through that gate, you see. Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before I go home. I do. Now, can I examine this? This guy gave us green light to go to the anywhere. وكان موظفين تو ندخل. Nick, this is where they do all the behind the scenes stuff. Hey, look, there's Power's dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. هذه نشار ثياب for some reason. There's a sign by the dressing door. Will Powers, it must be neat to be a star and have your own room like this. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh? It's so normal. I was expecting some cool themed snacks or something. Popcorn at least. Wait, look. Samurai soda. Nick, try this. Ladies first. The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. T-bone steak, that would have hit the spot. You just had a burger, some qadiba. Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks. What? That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in the film studio? Alright. Okay, this is a window. A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. بطل باب. The door to the dressing room. It's not locked. Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir. What do you mean find? You never know. There might be something like the samurai spear. You can have a... You don't need a spear. And that's the murder weapon for crying out loud. So, what else? I didn't find anything useful here. Nothing. Oh, no. There's a slide button. Oh. Looks like one of those electric powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go uphill. Don't people cycle to get exercise? There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Spear, Vivek, shiny penis. Vivek shoved his penis into this guy's chest. Looks like a castle. Probably new old Tokyo castle. The grate that used to cover the drain. It's a little bent. I don't think that it would fit if I tried to put it back on. The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. That's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through here, I bet. Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay the gate. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right. Huh. Hey, I'm not a kid. It's quite interesting. Is there anything else in it? And Maya wants the spear now. I thought she's 17. In 2001, it was legal, I guess. Haven't you seen? Barely 18. Dressing room. Oh, I can go in. Wow, that's stupid. Look at the man bun. Azuz, I wish you're here. If you want to go full weeb, this is Hadil Baruka. You have to wear this. Power's dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here. أول شيء Samurai boogie woogie. Okay, there's a bag. Huh. An employee card key. I guess now we can access. There might be a plastic spear in it. No, maybe rubbery, not plastic. You can see. I guess. You just had. هذا بس اكل. How many stomachs does this girl have? All right. So, we have the key. Let's see this. All right. يلا. طيب. Let's go in. Yeah. We're in. Okay, let's go. Let's go. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Alright, October 16, Studio 1. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? The white tape, it's so surreal. Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was a spear samurai. Sounds pretty real to me. I can see this guy was dressed in his clothes, I guess. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate's costume. I guess that's why his head part looks like a helmet. Funny. I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed it all. Most of it. Look, a ladder. That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on a narrow-minded culture assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry, the girl is out there. Wow, look at the camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Ah, boom. No touching that. Oh shit, who's this? Sorry, my partner is kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with the props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit, but do what you can for WP, alright? Okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. I'm not done yet. Screw you, one. Wow, look at the camera. Look at, looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Steel Samurai show. Of course, that's the mountain of Neo Fujima. Doesn't the Steel Samurai take place in old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there? Not old Tokyo, Nick. New old Tokyo. Oh, right. Hey, look. That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit one of these. Hey, Nick. Take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap to the start of filming. Well, action. And look, a megaphone. A real live megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more troubled than I thought. What's this? That's for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. The assistant holds it during filming. What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment? Well, lighting is fine, but I'd want to be the director or maybe the Steel Samurai. I think she's being serious. Alright. Let's talk to you, woman. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes. I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing well so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequence in the employee area. WP and the Hammer were there along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Power's dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP get into his dressing room. يا أخي ليش I feel this she murdered him. I don't know. But I didn't see either of them after that. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private. What kind of girl? It's his private. What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl, I'm sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we need to do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came up to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employee, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run through that. I was the only assistant here that day. He was playing with his peers. Can't get into the room and invited. She will be used, that spear would be used on her shakla. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't the security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen him. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of the hammer death was 2:30? Are you sure that Powers was the only one who got through between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Look at her, look at her. Alright, you better tell me and tell me quick, you spiky haired cretin? I have no idea what you're saying. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in the studio and her? She's not even a full-time employee. All you young guns? Oh shit, look, now she goes. Here she goes again. Whoa, book. She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can do without her, looking over our shoulders. Let's go check this out. The computer that runs the studio. Nick, maybe we can see the photo of Powers with his computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Try it. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how it works. These things work, Nick, right? Looks like I just have the entire to enter a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. It looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. Shit. I remember. I think it was this. Entered. No. Nothing happened, huh? Maybe I got the number wrong. Maybe we should look at the camera again. وش كان الرقم هنا؟ $307. 307. This was the number of the camera. $307. Right. قلم مين؟ $307. I was close. 370. Hey, it printed out the data of the other day. Let's see what we got. Okay, so this is a guy. Huh. How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh. October 15th, 2 p.m. Photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day. Nope, that's the only one on the computer. بس ما كان البنطلون طويل. يعني it seems like a ما أدري. Hey, no, let me see this. Yeah. That pant looks way too tall. Alright. Can't use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah, well, put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, Let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hands to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So are we done here for today? I think this photo is what we needed to be continued. All right. We finished day 1 from episode 3. One second. Just a second. All right. سأعدل الشات لما apparently PentaChill wrote the solution for the puzzle قبل شوية. PentaChill ما عندهم خبر. As anyways, whoever is using PentaChill account now. Yeah, so we're on YouTube, Twitch, and here. Let's continue. All right. October 18th, District Court, courtroom number 4. ما عندهم غير هذا الجدج. Court now is in session for the trial of Mr. Will's Power. ما عندهم غير هذا المحامي. Very well. Alright. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call the most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. هذا البغام ها نلي تقليد. Detective, you would briefly describe this case to the court? Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand the case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, you see. This here is the employee area. The actor did a run-through of the action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is Studio 1. This is where the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and the young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. I mean, جيفر. خلينا نشوفها تو في محكمة كيف يصير. يطلع لها ذاك الفيس هذاك انه شاب ريحة خايسة بعد. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. Look at that clean spear shot, man. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? Skip it. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Samurai spear added to the court records. This spear was found struck in the chest of the victim. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? Oh, God. My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie. No need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Naam, أختي. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble in getting his witness to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Just call me Grandma. Oh, my God. Yeah. Objection. I object to the witness talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Her star part is showing. What part, bruv? Yes, say I was... and to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have passed by you. Okay. You know your stuff, dearie. تتميلح بعد على ظل Santa Claus. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Alright, خلنا نركز. Nader, help. From now, I need your help. ركز معي, please. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run in that morning. Anyway, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then till 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30. But if it happened at 2:30, يعني لازم تشوفها داخل وطالع, if that's what she's saying. Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2 o'clock. It was Powers, the man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Bright? Yes, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through this poor old Hammer. A run-through? They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsals was supposed to start at 5. That's why the old Hammer went to the studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? I had some errands to run that morning. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Oh, that's her back. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years. Oh, book. Wow. I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and taking up... you could quit straight and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate until 5. Now the murder happened at 2:30, right? How did you know that? Oh ho ho ho, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut for his job. Poor Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard. Interesting to me because certain man walked by 2 p.m. Who's the certain man? 2? You're sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really? You should try not to be so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers, the man there, and he was heading towards the studio. So you saw Mr. Powers? That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, sonny? Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. Oh, okay. I'll now say it again. It was him. Why can't I present? It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. Yeah. I hope this works. Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai Defender of Neo Oldie Tokyo. Miss Oldbag, is this Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. Gilsi Badish. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss Witness. He's having trouble calling an old bag, apparently. However, you don't have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all information in your positions ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should have been ashamed, all of you. Anyways, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't good, any good evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Al-Ghabi had a detective. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of his props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at the picture. As you can see, he's dragging his leg. Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? Yeah, but that spear seems fine. So he had sprained his ankle? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. She got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Okay. I guess. Press. He broke his spear and it caused a big mess. If you broke your spear, Nader, yalla, let's be honest. If you broke your spear. Come on. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. Bob. Whippersnapper. Hey, I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on straight and narrow, then up and down. Oh my god. Shut up. Please, for all our sake, try not to upset the witness. This morning during the run-through of action scene, who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me. And what exactly were you doing? Observing. Just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run through then. ISO powers trip and fall. Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Oh shit. Let's just skip over to the part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her. She was cleaning the backdrops. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. He broke one of his props. He broke a prop? Sure. His own samurai spear. His samurai spear? The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in court records. The murder weapon, a break in the shaft, has been mended with duct tape. Second. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there's one thing that bothers me, which is, where's the Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes? And it is clear that this person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure? You're sure, Your Honor? Object. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in the photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Alright. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30, true? The only person I saw go to the studio before was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen him. So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be this Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. For God's sake. The time of the poor Hammer's death was 2:30, right? 1 second. The only person I saw go to the studio. Are you absolutely sure? Quite, sir. Nobody's suspicious looking past my own. Nobody's suspicious looking, right? No one else went in there. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before one? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Old Windbag sure has balls, or, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbag have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. The only person I saw going before the studio was Will Powers. So what am I supposed to do, yani? No one else went there. Yeah, it says photo number 2. Should I present the photo? What do you think? He's dragging one leg at 2 o'clock. Can I explain why the earth is flat? Oh, beginner. Yeah, photo 1, photo 3 win. But okay, I'll do it. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sir, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from your hole in the ground. Right, anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo printed these words, October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know what that means. It was taken by 2 p.m. on October on the 15th. Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is that the bit in the end, photo number 2. Photo hashtag 2. The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access to the security lady herself. Me? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. Whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help. Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper? Something's the matter, Miss Oldbag. That's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate? Someone other than the Steel Samurai? Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. أيوة باقر شكرا. 3 makes a hole. Every day after I finish my guardian duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded to the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. This is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it. Right away. Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination. Who was it? Who was it? You want to see me in webcam? How many photos are there usually? on a day we're open to the public, we get more than 500 people. But on filming days or rehearsal days, well, we don't have much money. We never get more than 50, and that's a big deal. Do you back up all the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes, but those computers are just so frustrating. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Come to think of it, couldn't she think about that a little early? Classic old windbag maneuver, Maya. Might be a useful tactic to remember for use in my future career as a windbag. Let's find out more about these erased photos. Okay, but she's not telling us who. Okay, who was it? Well, who the heck was in the photo that we erased? A fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about one was there that day. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could have gotten? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. Aywa. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain. I told you they were freaks. And they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? Order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studio that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well, we see he's there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in the 2nd or 3rd grade? I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. The court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And not forgetting vital information this time. God damn it. Alright. October 18th, 11:08. Yeah. Mr. Powers, yes? Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio. I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are you going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Oh, damn. Azuz. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy, roughly 10 years of age. The photo we have may not be hard evidence, but there still no one else who could have committed the crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant or Mr. Willpowers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagree with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind, however. Be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. So who was the person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? What do you think, Nader? Help? The assistant girl, أنا أحس. You find the old bag suspicious. I'm not gonna say the grade school boy. They just don't want to condemn him. But to be honest, she can skip your dialogues too. What, Nader Bakr? You like what? The schoolboy? She can skip your dialogues too. I'll go with the security lady. Who was the security lady? Wendy Oldbag. The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they have been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, old bag. What? Whippersnapper. Is this true, old bag? Old bag? It's Miss Old Bag to you. Miss Old Bag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal this steel samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in the costume, she could point the finger to Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh, right there, Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. Yeah. Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now is my chance to take this hole away. The very same reason that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forgot that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too? Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased? He's only a grade schooler though. As you said, 2nd or 3rd grade? That doesn't matter. When he's that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. God damn. Your thoughts, Mr. White? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it so nice for kids and mean to your old elders' days? Whippersnapper. واجد كلام هشام. You'll kill me. You'll kill me. I have proof. Proof? Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed the murder. Now, what proof? What proof? Could I say the access key? Access key. The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a car key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studio have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag, speechless. This has got to be at first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trials for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That's all. This court is adjourned. Wait a second. I'm not going just to sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking. Oh shit. Oh great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? من يومها شلاق هذه. She was apparently a porn star قبل 17,000 سنة. Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. My lips were sealed. لحظة يبغى لها جلسة هذه. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studio at the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away with scot-free. Right? Miss Oldbag? This is crucial information. Why did you keep this from court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap and I'll always do what I'm told. Yeah. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. What thing? So you were told not to talk. That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all on in it. There was some other people at the studio on the day of the murder. Men. Who? Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action without the director? I will press the shit out of her though. I will press her so bad لا بتطيح في حضنك تو نادر. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Yeah, I've seen it. Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head has fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions. Continue. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. I know, that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. So you got your bonus and you still talked? I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. Do I continue or no? I guess that's it. Who's them? Who were these people? Well, the director and the producers for starter. خلاص, okay. How could they have done a run through? Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, he doesn't shut up. بس خلاص, okay, بس please don't talk more. Your Honor, we have learned that there were other global studios on the day in question. The director and the producers and some bigwigs were all present. Yes, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I told that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's points. Oh, please, no, please, I don't want to imagine select continue again. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and other information about the other people who just have been told off. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day of proceedings and the trials of Mr. Will Powers. That's all. This court is adjourned. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really? It's nothing. Oh, or should I? Well, we'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have you figured out just who was in the Steel Samurai costume? Could it really be an old windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying some time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusations. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks guys. كل الصياح على كبره على فخامته. And with this, Jamaat al-Khair, guys, whoever is watching the stream على YouTube or Twitch, thank you very much, أول شيء, for watching the stream. Inshallah استانستوا, or whoever had helped out. Nader, thank you very much, especially. Hisham, welcome to the stream. And we'll see you, inshallah, in the next stream. Continuation of episode 3 of the Steel Samurai. شكرا جزيلا وحياكم الله.